Hey everyone, it's Meighan Wise with Portfolio Profits Podcast, where we are making profits every day, all day happen. And I'm here with my good OG friend, Shannon Gilbert. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, happy Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday. It feels like a crazy Tuesday, but we're here.
Feels like a Monday. So we are here to talk to the queen of all of Zillow in Hamilton County, Shannon Gilbert and the Gilbert Group. They have been feeling an influx, a massive influx of leads coming in through the Zillow portal that they work. And so we are talking about it today. And I just thought it was really interesting listening to us talk about you servicing a lot of buyers in the month of January, and then Zillow coming out with an article saying that Indianapolis is ranked #1 in 2026 for buyer-friendly market. So I wanted to flesh that out a little bit with you today.
You know, I've been doing Zillow since 2010, taking their leads and working that system.
Well, I would say taking their you are like a partner with Zillow, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a partner with them since 2010. So
you've seen Zillow grow.
Oh my gosh, we beta tested for them like before they did live calls. Like we were the crew that did that. Like they would fly in and train with us. Like we've had some experience over the 16 years with Zillow. And it's what's padded my pockets as well as my agents' pockets. It's how we've grown our business to the point where now I don't care to take the Zillow leads only because I've built that spear. But Zillow has been my indicator of what the market's going to be like for the year ahead. And they've never let me down.
Oh, and that's since 2010.
Yes. And I have been getting like this quantity of leads now for about 6 years. So I can look back and say like, okay, this is how many we converted in January. This is how many we converted. And like looking back, this has been the strongest January that I've seen over the last 5 years, which that includes COVID. I think COVID, during that time, people were a little antsy. So I just keep seeing them coming, and so many more first-time home buyers than I've seen in years past.
The first-time home buyer pool, I used to love working with them, but they're kind of few and far between the last couple of years just because of rates and affordability.
I think it's a little bit of everything. Like they got scared out when the bidding wars happened. They were the first to bow down and say, okay, you know what? This isn't my time. But
2020 to 2022, mid 2022.
And little did they know then, probably because they didn't listen to their agent if they had a strong agent, but little did they know then that if they would have just bowed down and bid over on that house, look where they'd be at today with the wealth that they'd have over that 3-year time period. Like we are blessed to be selling real estate where we sell it, because whether you're in Marion County, Hamilton County, it's a killer market.
It is. And I feel like we're always been in a bubble, and we aren't salespeople because we've been doing this for so long. We're old lady people. So this is what we do. We live, eat, and breathe it. We talk it, and we love like being out and about in our community. And I'm constantly hearing people wanting to buy and sell all in January. And so when you and I were talking about how busy you've been in January, it just adds up that people are feeling this momentum to move or to do something different.
Yes. So 2 of my clients that I've worked with this month, all 4 of them are teachers. So it's 2 couples and they're all teachers. So we know that, and they're probably in their mid-20s. So we know coming out of college, you're maybe 5 years out of school. Your income hasn't hit that point yet where you really are killing it and making some money that would be
enough to do a 20% down or something.
Yes. So they're so excited to get in. And it's like, those are the kids that they just needed to see a 5 in front of the 6.
Yeah. For the interest rates. Yes.
It doesn't even matter that it's back like sitting right around that 6.1. It's simply the fact that it like got them to have conversations with people like me that can say like, here's the deal, guys. Yeah. Everything, the market's where it's at. But I can guarantee you that every single statistic says that has been correct in the past, we continue to appreciate here.
Yeah, we always have. I mean, combined, we have almost 40 years together of seeing these markets and being in them heavily every year over year. And it's been amazing to see the appreciation.
Right.
3 to 6% consistently.
Consistently, that's the key.
2007.
And like people think that, especially over the last couple of years, that investors are kind of what are taking the single family homes. No, guys, it's people moving here from across the country to live here because they realize they're seeing these Zillow forecasts. They're seeing all of the hype, and it's not just Hamilton County. It's Indianapolis and Marion County. Like it is an affordable, great place to live.
Seeing Hancock County, explosion in Hancock and Boone. Boone, Hancock, Hendricks.
Both have Avon listings right now. Like that has, I'm getting ready to list the one with Plainfield Schools.
Mine tomorrow in Avon. Thanks for that shout out. 550, a perfect 4 or 5 bedroom with a finished basement and a great lot. And I'm expecting it to sell this weekend in the 500 range.
So you started talking about the taxes. That was a stat that you and I had read together, and we were shocked that Indianapolis market, we have on average 12% less taxes for property taxes than the average high city that was ranked in this report that they had. They had 20 cities ranked as one of the most buyer-friendly places to live.
We're number one, mostly because of property taxes and affordability.
Property taxes, affordability, so 12% less. So guys, when you think about that, like we already live here, so we take it for granted. But that person that's sitting in California, Arizona, Houston, Boston, they're thinking, oh my gosh, wait, so my property taxes that nobody wants to pay, by the way, are 12% less if I live there, and they're continuing to appreciate. So this list that they put out, we saw that last year, the city that it was a city in New York, I can't remember what the name of it.
Yeah, Hartford, I thought.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. But they said that what they predicted for them is one of the most buyer-friendly places to live in America. A year later, they're seeing exactly what they were talking about. Like they're seeing more appreciation. Yes, the houses are appreciating. There's still growth.
It's going to happen in Indianapolis because it always has for the most part. And we're feeling it. Shannon and I have felt the extremely busy January, and we're feeling it from from whether you're getting buyer leads or seller leads. And I know that I was able to host a luxury open house over the weekend. And in that open house, we were able to meet several families right before a blizzard.
True buyers, not even, and I hate using that word like, because we're not salesy, but a lot of times in the luxury open houses, you will see people that are admiring talent in decorating.
Or layout. And I'm happy if my seller is allowed to showcase, what they've created in their homes. It's very enjoyable to do that. And then when these families are coming and going, I want to possibly sell and upgrade, or I need to get my grandparents the grandparents need to move in. So what does that look like? That conversation I have had so many times in 2025, and I think it's going to continue in 2026. So families are changing their dynamics. They're moving. College kids are not going to college, or they're staying home, or families want to blend and be together. And so you need just different spaces. So
true.
The middle of the pack here, that 475 to 750 range has always been healthy in Hamilton County because of the appreciations and the new construction that we've seen. And then you're hearing the Zillow leads are coming in from 200 all the way to 2 million.
Yes. I mean, it's across the board. So we're pulling them all out.
And it says in Zillow's report that 2026 marks number 1 for Indianapolis as affordability and great for buyers. But I am hearing bidding wars.
Still, yes.
All of this year, still.
So I listed one, it was Wednesday, 2 weeks ago, and had multiple offers on it by Saturday.
What was the price point of that?
It was right at 450, even 450. So a ranch house, no basement.
Wow.
1,500 square feet.
Wow. Which county?
Hamilton
County. Yeah, that's a slam dunk. I mean, people love the ranch homes, and they're hard to find, and they're higher price per square foot. Everybody out there who wants to compete or compare it to a 2-story.
Well, and what the sellers need to understand is that we might not have competing bids and have, 7 offers on it like we did in the past, but we're getting the offers that 100% support that house. Like, it's more than what they dreamed possible. If you would have asked them 2 years ago, hey, can I sell it for this in 2 years? Okay, yeah, I guess we can.
And I think I'm here and you're here to encourage and empower anybody, first time buyer or anybody that needs to move to just do it, because it's a scary journey, but just do it, because we wish we would have gotten in real estate sooner as homeowners and as landlords, as investors. And I have a huge investor following, and what I see is international money and national money trying to come here to buy our land and to buy our properties because of the tax rate, because of affordability, and we have great public schools.
You, the teacher, knew I can't believe we hadn't brought up schools yet, but that's the other caveat to it, is that, and we also have some killer IPS schools and charter schools, and they're across the city. It's not just Hamilton County. We have some programs that I'm shocked that these kids have access to.
We have a language immersion program here in Marion County in Lawrence, where I live, and my son, I love it. And I love those kind of charter schools that allow that kind of flexibility. And not a lot of people talk about it because they don't know about it. Obviously, we have great parochial schools, but I mean, the public schools here, they really care and they try. And I just feel like they create community. And between the two of us, we love talking about public schools because they're not all made for everybody. Right. If you know your kid, like X, Y, Z, we will point to you where X, Y, Z is the best. Right. You can't find that on the internet.
Can't. It's real life experiences and the people that live here that know it.
Yes, we love talking about like the nuances of the schools, and in Indianapolis market, like we know as moms, like it's extremely important, and we know the people that we train. We always talk about like matchmaking and moving people in and out of communities. So for example, I met a lovely couple and we were talking about their community here in Fishers. And I know that they're very friendly community. They do the movie nights and the poker nights. And I said, listen, are you sure you want to move? Because your kids are still engrossed in that. And when you move away from that, there is a community, effect.
It's a lifestyle change when you move away from that.
So I've done it. I've experienced myself when I had a lovely community in Great Eagle, and my sister's there now. You're in Great Eagle. We love Great Eagle. So like, it's just like, I love to talk about that to my clients. I know you do too. It's like, is this move the right one? But for now, if you have the need or the want or desire to move, just do it, because we are seeing so many opportunities. We're seeing sellers who have overpriced, ready to get that offer. We're seeing people who want to list but can't find the next house. We are seeing an influx of buyers all through Zillow coming in from 200K to 2 million saying, we want a house. Shannon was able to meet one of her clients over the weekend to purchase a condo there in Avalon, in the Avalon area, super popular. And it was just showing that kind of activity this early on means spring is here.
It is here. It's here early this year, and it's exciting. The amount of listing appointments. So in January, it is a heavy listing appointment month for me, like where I'm going and I'm prepping for the spring market. Everybody wants to know, hey, when should I do this? I mean, I had people that were calling me November, December. Hey, I'm not ready to meet.
It's like 2 to 3 months ahead of time minimum, right? Let's tell everybody.
I can tell you how many listings I have coming up in February and March and April. Like,
yes, we have to plan it, and we like to encourage our sellers to reach out early, even if you're not ready now, but you need 6 months. We'll give you the tips. So you went on a lot of them in November, December.
Just solid, and just the conversations are the same on every single one. They're a little nervous, like thinking like, okay, the market. Some of them think they might have missed like the best opportunity, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, we haven't even seen the best of the best yet to come, I think, in the next years in real estate, truly.
I really think it's going to be a whole game changer. And I think that with us being expert in our field, it's going to be so enjoyable because we will work with the relationships we've built and then provide value and teach and coach and train on that value. But our industry as a whole, the realtors who shouldn't be dealing with contracts and our clients' money and investment are likely not going to stay in the industry. And so I'm excited. That has been the pulse at the high level of leadership that you and I've been in the last like year or two. They've been saying that, the powers that be, the sky.
Have a strong mentor and coach, and you're less than 3 years in this industry, it's not going to happen. Like, the amount of time, effort, and skill that I put into marketing my listings, it looks like I don't do much and I do more, but then everybody's like, how do you have this a career average of 17 days on market? Well, because I actually do stuff. This morning at 8:30, I'm in Walgreens picking up poster boards because it's snow on the ground and they can't see what that yard looks like in the summer. And I want them to be able to see it. So I've got easels and big poster boards that'll be in this listing. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the things that people don't think of, that I'm like, no, right now, yes, your house is going to sell, but let me sell it for max dollar by doing all of these things to get people in the door.
Yes. And I like that we do that full concierge service no matter what. Like, I sent a crew to all my vacant listings to get all the snow away because the market has been so busy. And I'm so glad I did, because I had one in Cambridge the other day, and my friend Angie Miller-Ruiz I'm going to show. And it was the day after the blizzard. And I reached out to those sellers, and it's just like, those are the things, like the houses are like our babies. Like, we have to take care of them. We want to showcase them the best we can. We love doing that. And I just want to talk more on that Zillow and finish with that, because them telling us that we have a great buyer's market and that it's a buyer friendly. I agree it's buyer friendly, but I don't think it's not seller friendly.
Not one to snooze. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, your sellers, like, they're going to get the offers. They're going to get what they want.
We have a low inventory issue in our micro market.
And Zillow does not portray that in the article. Again, like everybody can be good at what they do, but like the masterminds and the true people that know what's going on are the agents that are on boots on the ground, and we're running it all day, every day. And we're there's not a day that goes by that I don't have another agent in front of me face to face. Like no matter what, if it's a Saturday, Sunday, I'll run into them in showings. And having these conversations. So knowing what's going on in your local market is going to be the biggest ticket.
And I think if you have no idea what's going on, just raise your hand and ask. Because anybody at Portfolio, reach out to Shannon. She's really great at hand-holding the first time buyer and getting them through that life cycle. And what's really cool is like once you do purchase, you can purchase with a friend. You can purchase a house hack. You can purchase a duplex, and you can live on one side and rent the other out. And then you can mostly offset your mortgage.
Speaking of which, I do have one to share with our team today, is that a Century 21 agent reached out to me last night. Saw that I had bought a duplex not too long ago in an area in Noblesville, said she has another one coming up, was giving me, and she said, if you have anyone interested, I'll send you pictures, all of this, it's off market. Like that's the relationships we're going, like things are selling.
Yeah. And I just want to, let everybody know, especially like clients out there too, and sellers and buyers, like this is where the magic happens in the office. And it was cool to meet that lovely family over in the open house I did last weekend, because they said, oh, well, what about this? And she's like, I've always wanted a ranch. I'm like, I know a ranch off market. She's like, you do? Can we talk about it? And I sent her the photos. We're going to set up a showing. And it's just like those kind of value adds are priceless, like just communication and talking. And Zillow can't tell her that house down the street that didn't sell last year would sell this year. They don't do that.
You can't do that. And they also can't track those pocket listings. Like we're good at what we do because we build relationships with people every day of our lives. And those relationships come back when they're like, hey, Shan, I know that we're going to be relocating in 9 to 12 months. Like this, it's like, okay, tell me that seller won't sell if I've got a buyer that's the perfect house for, and they'll give them X, Y, and Z, and they don't have to get it ready, and they don't have to do this. Those are the conversations you should be having. If you know you're going to be moving in 12 months, talk to us. We don't have to list your house tomorrow, but at least you never know, we might sell it well before you thought you.
And that's the thing, that off market that we do, we will charge a 1% transaction fee typically in our industry is what we do. At least on my WISE team is what we suggest. Like if a buyer and seller want to come together and work together off market, they still need representation. Because guess what happens when the inspector shows up and the appraiser shows up and then the bank shows up and says, oh, wait, we didn't have a clear to close because you didn't do verification of employment. Oh, wait, what does that mean? They're my neighbor. I thought they were employed. No, they're not.
Smallest things could come up to mess up a transaction, and you just don't want that to be the one thing that sets you apart. Yeah.
We're happy to help in any of your real estate needs, but I just wanted to share with everyone. They see these Zillows calling us number one, but what does that really mean? I think that we're number one because of the affordability and the taxes and accessibility to great housing and public schools.
Period. Like you look, so someone, let's say that they're sitting in Dallas right now. They're online. They're looking at what we have to offer. Okay, the market, what they would pay for a house like that there. And then you have to add in the taxes. And then they have these school extra fees because you're in this school. Like that's insane to me that literally, if you're a house that lives here and here, you've got a $5,000 more that you have to pay towards these schools. Like there are places in the US and it's like, we have and they're like, wait, so I don't have extra fees. Like this is truly what.
And you know what? We're a happy, friendly state. So we love the Midwest, and we're not just flyover state. We got good people here. We got good affordability. We want to not discredit Zillow. We love Zillow. We don't want to discredit them. We like them talking about Indianapolis.
But they don't always have all of the information. Yes. I mean, truly, because we are in there down in the trenches on the daily, meeting and talking with everybody in the industry, but also buyers and sellers.
Yeah. And I just think when you are thinking about real estate, you have to think about Portfolio and Keller Williams. We love helping others. We believe in the win-win. We believe in sharing and an attitude of abundance.
And training. Like you're only as strong as your weakest link. Pull them up with you. So the ability just to say, Maddie and I were texting the other night, that girl's grind is like no other. I love it. But to be like, okay, you know what? Show up to anything you ever want to. You want to go to a listing with me? Great. Right along. You want to go to my showings where I've never met somebody and I got to present a BAA? Great. Right along. But I'm not the only agent doing that. It's not because I'm Shannon Gilbert that I do that. there's multiple agents here that are like, oh, cool, I'll help. Andy's going to meet with someone for me today to coach them and help them through a conversation that I really wasn't the best candidate to have.
Oh, great. I love it. Oh, okay. In a half hour, my Avon photos are going to be done by the amazing Justin June. We love you, Justin. And Lydia Jones with Tucker. She lives real close to our listing, and she comes to our trainings to learn. And I just reached out to her over the weekend. I said, I can't get there because I'm coaching and training during the photos. Can you just go and make sure everything looks good, get Justin in, take photos. And then since you live there and you have a big sphere in Avon, would you be willing to do the open house? She's like, yeah, I would love to. That's called collab. And guess what? My seller has, a representation there when they're doing the photos. If there's any questions, I'm going to be able to get some social media videos, and she's going to be able to open up a lovely brand new listing that's right by her house. And I just love the new era of real estate is just like, let's all help each other and help our clients invest their money in a wise way.
Yes. Love it.
So, speaking of training, that I'm glad you brought that up because that's kind of like the heart and nuts and bolts of what we do. Right. And I wanted to share, we're going to be helping to present with Mutual of Omaha. I'm really excited that I'm partnering with them. The Wise Realty Group is going to be part of a foundation launch for Mutual of Omaha's program called Agent Plus. And we're doing a seminar on
the 12th and 13th.
The February 12th. I can't believe it's February, next Thursday, Friday. And you know what? I got really lucky. And I got the Chicago execs who have been teaching on it. But not only that,
you've worked and you keep your relationships very strong, Meighan. Let's face how you are. And that's awesome. Yes. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. I for a year and a half been chugging along, looking at this program and thinking, how could it help grow my agents and grow my own family? There's a 401k option. And at the end of the day, it helps me and my agents be more involved with the client's journey. And when you're more involved, you have more control, you have more knowledge, you have more success.
It's definitely something that is not really being done in our industry. And it is something that I'm really excited that you and Samir partnered with Mutual. I mean, it's going to be a game changer. So I would love to see more agents there because this also is not necessarily a KWP thing, Keller Williams Portfolio, but it is actually an agent-centric opportunity. So we'd love for you to come join us, but you don't necessarily have to be a part and learn more about this program.
Yeah. And what it is it's a dual license program that allows you to have control and do a partnered referral with Mutual of Omaha's back-end lending. And it's just really exciting. And we have not one, but two sessions because, the mom and me cannot always go to the 4 to 6 o'clock session. So we're going to have a 10 to 12 session too. And we do have limited seats, but I will get that information shared. But we're going to handpick our top producers, our rainmakers, our broker owners. Those are people who are going to see the light and who are going to be avant-garde and go, wow, I can provide this program to my team or to my realtors or to myself and make passive income and give better value to my clients right now. So that sense of urgency is super exciting. So thank you for reminding me of that training coming up the 12th and the 13th. And you should all come and listen in and also just mastermind about us being number one. Okay. Thanks, Zillow. We're number one, but we're number one for sellers too. I still like to say, and if you're considering selling, call us because we have a long list of buyers.
That's true. Yes, we definitely do. Yes.
From Zillow. Well, thanks for chatting. Thanks for always sharing because I just feel like when both of our brains together, we can have the pulse of this Hamco market.
I know. I love it.
Share it with everybody. So thanks, everyone. Tune in next time. We love Portfolio Podcast. We love talking profits. Check us out on the 12th and the 13th, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey everyone, it's Meighan Wise, and I am super excited because it's the month of February, and I love training, I love giving, and I love being the first, and I get to be one of the first in this brand new program Mutual of Omaha is bringing to Indiana. So I am inviting you, if you are a rainmaker, a top producer, a team leader, a buyer's agent, or anybody that's just high drive, high success, and wants more knowledge to help your client get to the finish line, and then also be an advisor for life. So I'm here talking with my good friend Shannon Gilbert about this program. Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
Thanks for chatting with me because it's been a year and a half in the making, and I want to make sure I invite as many people as possible. So what this program really is a partnership between a Mutual of Omaha senior loan officer and a realtor agent that allows them to go through a 20-hour course, get licensed as a mortgage loan officer. So then you can be part of the final financial transactions with your client. And what that does is give you more knowledge and more power through the transaction to make sure that your client's journey is going to close and that all stakeholders involved are doing their job. So what I want to do is invite anybody that's interested. We are doing a seminar on February 12th and February 13th, one from 4 to 6 and one from 10 to 12. Just come and learn alongside of me. This is a brand new program we are kicking off this year. I'm going to be one of the guinea pigs. If you want to be a guinea pig, come along and learn. Knowledge is power. And as a former teacher, this is just like right up my alley. So Shannon, I know you and I talk about training a lot. What did you hear when I first offered you guys the program?
So Agent Plus, I think is what it's called, correct?
Yep. Mutual Omaha Agent Plus program.
I think I realized why it's called Agent Plus is because I feel like as agents, we're constantly always trying to better ourselves for our clients. And it's truly an opportunity to learn more, educate yourself, and come with more value to everything that you touch in real estate. So it sounds like a pretty interesting program that what I love about it too is anybody that's in the industry can join it, but even outside of the industry, possibly.
Yeah. So we're working with Mutual of Omaha to create a program where if you are a stakeholder in real estate, or if you are a spouse, or if you are a top producer, if you are a team leader, if you are involved with the buyer's journey, this gives you an access of taking an online course. You're going to take a 20-hour course, pass the class, pass the test. And at the end of it, you are then in the back end of the process of the financial journey for your clients. And so for us, we do anywhere between 200 and 250 homes a year, and a majority of them are buyers. So to be able to get inside the file for that buyer when there's an oh shoot moment, or there's that like midnight, like I bought a boat and I shouldn't have, or I didn't pay my credit card debt, and now am I going to get to closing? Like we will actually be able to be in the file and talk to them through good or bad decisions, or through a rate talk, or through what's a bridge loan versus a HELOC. What should I do? And being able to give my agents the availability and the power to understand a bridge loan, a HELOC, a 3% down versus a 20% down, conventional, FHA, all of that. I just feel like knowledge is power. And so I'm just so thankful. And I feel really blessed to be able to open the opportunity and bring it to, if you are a realtor, a buyer's agent, a broker owner, if you're just trying to level up your game in real estate, come and join us just to listen.
I think broker owner, you just nailed it on the head. Like that's who should be in this room to take back the information and see if it'd be something great for their, that's what we all are trying to do, is to better ourselves, to better our journey in real estate. And that betters our clients' journey in real estate.
Yeah. And I think, it's hard for broker owners because many of them are either, maybe not in touch, or they're not local. And so they're just not in the weeds with it like everybody else. It's like, for example, when I was a teacher and the principal comes in to tell you, are you doing your classroom curriculum correctly? You're like, do you know what a curriculum? You're like, yes, I'm doing it correctly and I'm crushing it, And so this program kind of allows us to be able to be the principal on the file and make sure that things are going smoothly. And since we teach and coach concierge level service, to be able to have it's like the last frontier of real estate agents and lenders finally connecting in a positive way, that they both are on the same playing field and have the same goals.
It's going to turn out to be a win-win for your clients. I mean, it literally, on a Saturday when I'm frantic over something, I don't know, why isn't that appraisal back? What's going on with it? I can get that answer easily without having to depend on someone else.
That's right. And it's a sense of urgency, and knowing that when there is a financial question on a file, or what should I do? Or, hey, there's a bidding war and I need to update my pre-approval. Well, but your lender, he's in Florida and he doesn't have his computer. What do we do? What do we do? Well, let me get my laptop out and I will edit the pre-approval, because you're working alongside my partner at Mutual of Omaha, and I have access to that. It's the last frontier, and I'm just so excited to bring it to Indiana. And if you are listening, if you're a broker owner, team leader, if you're even a mortgage loan officer that kind of feels stuck and don't have culture, come and see us on February 12th, February 13th, and just learn to listen. And if you want to jump in, I'm starting it, so you can jump in right alongside Wise Group. There's about 6 of us that are getting involved. So if you want to hear about it, you are more than welcome. If you can't listen in, you can't join us, give us a call, and we're happy to share with you about the Mutual of Omaha Agent Plus. So thank you guys for considering. I just think it's going to be that last connection link to create the full concierge service that I've always dreamed of for Wise Group.
I'm excited to hear more about the program, what it has to offer, and just how it can level all of us up as agents. I am praying that a lot more agents get on board and start doing this, because it can only help us in all of our cross transactions when every party knows a little bit more about what they're really doing in real estate.
Yes, amen. Thank you. That's how we're going to end, because that's exactly right. Let's all just learn and grow together. Thanks, girl. Thanks, everyone.